How can we create a custom GPT that is embeddable into our website, trained on our website data? So we can plug in our URL, for example. Let me just make myself smaller. We can just take the URL of our website. We'll take this example here and then say, use this information in your knowledge, and give it a URL. When we do this with a custom GPT, it's not actually able to go to the website and scrape all of the information from every single product page, use all of that data and extract it and actually use it in its responses. But if we want to be able to do that, like you can see here, it's basically just giving us a brief summary of the website, and that's not ideal. So if we wanted to do that, where we can actually get every single product page, we can take the reviews page, the questions page, the FAQs. If you've got all of these FAQs, for example, you've got all of these shipping pages. To take all of that information, all we need to do is create a custom GPT. So if you click the top link down below in the description, what we're going to do is create a chatbot like this that we can ask questions to. For example, recommend a product, so it can recommend the Fuzzy Christmas, and down at the bottom it can actually give us the URL to go ahead and visit that product. It can also give us information on size recommendations of the product as well, and it's also showing us the images. So all of this is actually trained on, I think there's like 30 different datas. So you can see here, there's 31 different knowledge bases that we're using for this chatbot. This chatbot is able to read every single one of these. There's 13,000 words that it's able to read and use this information in its responses. So how do we do this? Well, when you head to ChatIQ.ai, which is the top link down below in the description, if you click on Get Started for free, you can actually create a brand new free trial account. For example, just put in thefuzzy.co.uk or whatever your website address is, put in an email and a password and start a 14-day free trial. Then it will actually go ahead and scrape your website. Once it's gone ahead and scraped your website, you're going to see something that looks like this. Now, depending on how many URLs that you've got on your website, this could take anywhere between 2 minutes to 20 minutes. So just give it a few minutes to actually populate. But while it's populating, you can actually add the chatbot to your website by clicking this code here and then heading to the theme.liquid, like on Shopify, for example, or the head tracking code, and paste it in like this. Now, while it's still processing, it's not going to have access to your information, but after 5-10 minutes, it will. And this is what it's going to look like. Let's just go back to the chatbot. You can see here, recommend a product. This is the product, and this is the one example I went through before. We can ask it extra questions. For example, just asked it if this is machine washable. And again, what it does is it goes through and it reads every single page of that website to formulate its response. So it's machine washable for your convenience. Here's a product image of a large fuzzy. Again, a little bit more information about that. So you can see how it's reading all of these web pages. Okay, so now what if I get it to recommend a different product? Now, assuming that we've got more products on our product page, it will actually go through and read all of those different products, and it's going to use our chat history. So all the questions that we've asked it before, it's going to use to formulate its new response. So you can see here it's taken the Fuzzy Yum, which is a completely different product. Again, it's given us a breakdown of that. So the Fuzzy Yum is designed for maximizing comfort and warmth. Features, perfect for this, and here's the product image. And again, if we click on this link here, should take us to their website, the product's the Fuzzy Yum, and it's added a reference tracker. So we can now actually track this within Google Analytics. But you can see how much more useful this is for someone who's landing on your Shopify store to be able to digest the information as quickly as possible. For example, they could be looking at this and they're like, okay, well, what shoe size do I get? Or they could be looking at this and asking, is it machine washable? I've now got to read all of this information to find out whether it's machine washable. And they can get that answer instantly. Same thing goes for things like, what's the refund? Well, let's just say, can I get a refund? And then we're going to click send. And again, what it's going to do is it's going to look through the terms and conditions page, probably. It's going to look through the frequently asked questions and the terms of service, and it's going to look for the refund process. So it's extracted all of the relevant information from the website. So here it's got the email address that we can then go ahead and contact. We need to give the reason for our refund request. There's the email. Customer support team will answer any questions. And then there's this blank space here. So if we just click on this and visit the URL, let's just have a look at that. Okay, so it's just basically just given an example URL that it doesn't need. So it's extracted a URL from the website, which isn't actually an image. So we're going to click on this button here and we're going to remove this. which is going to add that to a blacklist. So now on the website, it's never going to use that again. It's not going to show up as an image block when it shouldn't be. It's not going to show up as an image block when there's an image that's broken, for example. So it gives you an idea of the sort of responses that you can get. But what if we want to now work better with human handoffs? We want to make sure that the chatbot has, for example, a calendar to be able to go after. So if we click on settings and we go to our chatbot, we can see here we're using ecom product recommendation sizing as our prompt. Now I did a video about how to create these prompts, but if you sign up, if you click the link down below, if you go to customer service, you can see here this is the prompt that we're currently using. I made it public. But I want to show you something that's really cool. So this is basically a list of custom instructions for the chatbot to follow that you can go ahead and add. So you can see here I've added some information about how to get it to recommend product sizing, because sometimes it won't fully understand the website sizing recommendations because it's different from website to website. So I've added some information about that. But then at the bottom here I can say contact info, and I can say phone 0123456789. And I can save that. Now, obviously that's updated as the public prompt here as well. But if we go back to the chatbot and we say, how do I contact the owner, for example. Now, what it's doing is it's reading the entire website again for support information. It's also reading the history. And you can see here it's given us the email in a much more, it's obviously just succinct. But if I said, for example, is there a phone number I can call? Because this information, the first thing it does is it looks for the website for the information. If there's no information on the website, it's now actually going to look for the phone number which we've just given it, there, 0123456789, that it can now give to the user to call. So for example, what you could do is you could come to the custom prompts and you could say, even book a call with our sales team calendly.com, for example. Click on save. We could then come to the chatbots and say, how can I talk to sales? And then click on send. Now, every time I update the custom prompt, the chatbot that's live on the website will also receive that custom prompt in real time. So contacting sales, schedule a call with our sales team. So now we just need to make sure that this hyperlink's correct. So when we click it, it's going to take us to calendly.com. So you can see it's created a hyperlink for that URL. So you can get very customized in exactly what it is that you want this chatbot to do, but this is a demonstration example, obviously, for e-commerce. And then to go ahead, obviously, you just embed it using the bubble widget to embed it into the corner of your website. So if you guys have got any additional questions on how to do this or how to use this software, you can go ahead and check out our channel. There's tons of different videos on there that's going to help you, or you can leave them down below in the comments and I can either respond with a video or I can help you out in the comment section.